What's up, people? We are live. Welcome to NY Varsity Sports. Welcome to Honolulu, Hawaii. This is the Hawaii Convention Center. That is Hemolele. I've been with them what seems like the entire tournament. They don't even need rosters at this point. And they are facing Team Ta'ahim. That's the team in green, 18's.
YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah. The YouTube link is NY Varsity. There you go. I can do it. We're offering special subscriptions. One for $49.99, two for $100. Yes, NY Varsity Sports. Thank you.
I can do it right. That's on YouTube. Somebody got it?
Yeah, find it and then copy the link. Yeah. Oh, that's so nice of you.
No, for me, I want to make sure it's up too. So
for sure.
For myself, NY Varsity. Sorry. Not my, NY. What happens when you have big fingers, dude? You have big fingers. So new channel. Then
Should copy.
Share.
Yeah, sure. I don't know how to do that.
Let's copy the link if we should have it. All right, cool. Just settling some administrative stuff. A lot of people wanted to know where the game was. Just let them know NY Varsity Sports on YouTube. Go to Visit Channel, and it should be the first live thing that pops up. Outside set. No, that's a middle set. Michaela strikes first blood. Great swing by Michaela Chun. Once again, thank you for having me in your living room. Thank you for having me in your lives. Oh, wow. Short serve, and that's a problem. And someone in the crowd said, got him. He called it.
We like the Aces! We like the Aces!
Striking blood, first 2 points. Hemolele, that's number 50. That's Guerra. She's been automatic at the service line. She's also been their emotional spark. That's her biggest strength, and maybe one of the things she needs to be mindful of as far as weaknesses are concerned, right? You don't want to be too emotionally high, because if you're big waves crash, if you're too high, at some point it's going to come down, and your team needs you, especially if you're a setter. You're running a 6-2. Serve out of position 5. Okay, pass. Dynasty gets the swing, the tweener between 6 and 5. Now the score is 3-1. Akakila Nanulu to serve. That's number 2. She's been a full-timer this whole day at the outside hitter position. Dog back in the game. She's been automatic. She never saw a set she didn't like to hit. She's definitely a player that saves the tips for the waiters as we have a free ball situation going on the middle. Michaela cut back. Got it. Lands with a somewhat of a smile on her face, and the lead is 4-1. Nanula to serve. There's a hand pass, not the best pass in the world. There's a free ball situation. Outside set, Gold. She loves that inseam, and I thought that was going out, but there's a touch call, so it might as well be in, and that's 5-1. Hemolele has had a long tournament and an emotional roller coaster of wins and losses, highs and lows. Just previously lost to HNL, Hawaii Next Level 15, so to be able to rebound and play right away is a testament to their character. Here's the back set. Dynasty pitches the free ball. Outside set. And boy, that's a little bit of a mess on recovery, but stopping the bleeding right now is Team Ta'ahim. Number 20. Leanna Wong. Wong to serve. She's going to 1, position 1. Free ball situation to Aheen on the attack. Going to the middle. Tipped? Not yet. Batting cleanup out of the middle. Wow, that's number 24. Sorry, that's number 30. Is that 24 or 34? Interesting. Sorry, that's Walina. Excuse me. Score is 3-5. Resolution's much better on the YouTube. There were logistic issues because the scoreboard's off of an iPad, and resolution 59 frames per second, and YouTube's conversion. Sometimes YouTube needs a chance to like understand and keep up. YouTube has gotten significantly better with that. They're like, okay, we recognize the frames per second, and we're adjusting. 6.5 Hemolele. However, if you just use a regular camera, 29 frames per second gets you the resolution you need. I mean, this is sports. You don't really need a high resolution outside of 1080. And that ball is in. It's now 6-6. And Hemolele, which enjoyed a comfortable lead of 5-1, has now been outscored 5-1. And now the score is 6 apiece. Marina to serve. Look out. Right into our living room behind the seat. Number 13 to serve. Jada Nakatsu. Score 7-6. Pretty good serve to zone 1, and then better than I thought. That's a winner. That's an ace. Very important serve as far as momentum is concerned, because there was a little bit of momentum switch. Points in droves by both teams. Wow, there's a 1-over. Oh my goodness. These are things you usually see on the sand more than indoor, but in this tournament in particular, there's been a curiously high amount of 1-overs and even 2-overs, particularly in the deep position 1 and 5 area. That's left back and right back. Coming to serve is Nevaeh Brown. Nevaeh Brown loves that position 5, and yep, more of the same. There's a back set. Gold gets the swing she needs, and again, you're not going to see a whole lot of tipping and dinking from Gold. Harley Rose, or Harley, has never seen a set she didn't like. 9-7, and there's a tweener between 5 and 6. Tip off the block, and ooh, she would have loved to have that back. Her positioning on base defense, that's center or back, and sometimes the wings play moderate, left back and right back play moderate, and it helps you with your 1 move to the ball, but she actually wound up making 2 moves, and that's why she was a little late in the house on that one. Free ball opportunity, looking to tie the game to Aheen. Not yet. Soros. Doug brought back. Free ball situation. Or down ball situation, but closing up shop once again is number 3, Hateza Sapuaga. Kahayu, number 12. She's on the outside hitter position right now. Right now she's middle, going to switch left after the serve. Bateza to serve, and okay pass. Cross court, and that ball sails out of bounds, and 11-8 for HVA, Hawaii Volleyball Academy, Hemolele. Oh, trying to go on two, dipping into the well. I think she found herself thinking too much on that. And sometimes when you're a setter, the last thing you want to do is think, just look, react, attack. Great recovery by Hemolele, who again had a highly competitive, a brutal first set loss, but a competitive second set loss to one of the heavy favorites of next level 15s. Checking out their mood right now, zooming in. Live right now, but I'm gonna check you out in a minute. Good to see your face. Which score you on?
We're not till later. I don't even know. We don't start till 1.
Okay.
I just came to say hi.
Thank you.
I'm here this morning.
We get to meet face to face.
I was like talking about this guy, my coaches.
This, I'm actually in the booth with Leon Blazer. Anytime you want to jump in, do some color commentary, you got it. But hoping to see one of your games at 1. Cool, guys. All right, we're back in action. Oh, wow. Pretty good block. Will they go back set? Yes, they do. Cross court gets dug. To Aheen on the attack, looking for 9. Not yet. Kahayu, Doug. Going outside to Janaya. Doug. Who's going to blink? Free ball. Oh, my goodness. 2 bodies are better than none. Certainly not upset at the effort, but that is how this rally is concluded in favor of Taheen. Number 18, Kala Panuki to serve. She's been a digging machine. Struggled a little bit on serve receive, but sometimes you make up for it with a really good dig. It's a high line that's dug. Going outside, and Janaya doing Janaya things. Janaya Lavo. That's number 20 on the outside. Up and down set. There's the cutback. That ball goes wide, and Hemolele kind of does that. They get a lead, and they invite the other team back. Unforced errors. Panuki to serve, and got to do a better job taking care of first hit. And there's a double contact. Aptly called by the top official. Back at it, we have a tie game again. Again, points and droves by both teams. There's a tip, covered. Down ball, recovered again, going back to the middle. Michaela goes out of bounds, and now huge momentum swing again. Momentum swing in droves, points of 5, and leading as much as 12-8 before that timeout. Now find themselves down by 1. Outside set, Janaya going for the tip. I like the shot. She definitely caught number 13, Jada Nakatsu, off guard on her base defense. Logan Guerra to serve, 13 apiece in the first set. Thank you for joining me. Outside set. That ball's into the tape, and quick point for Team Hemolele. Wow, an aggressive serve, but unfortunately a little bit rushed. Sometimes when you hit the net on that, you kind of lose focus on your contact. I always say have a little pre-serve ritual, something that you do every time at the service line where you're not thinking so much, you're just reacting and exercising the technique that you're taught. Pretty good movement on that serve. There's deep 5 again, and that's exactly what I was talking about before. An unusually high amount of those happening in this tournament. And that one resulting in a kill. 15-14. There's this cross-court serve to position 1. Outside set. 27 gets dug. Dynasty. Free ball situation out of the middle. Not yet. Will they go to go? No. Michaela. Crossbody cut back. Extends the lead to 2. Will she go back to zone 1? Yes, she does. There's a pretty good pass. There's a back set. Ball gets dug. And this time they get the kill. That's number 20. That is Janaya Lavo. Expect her to hear her name a lot. A lot of activity. Her counterpart, Audrey Rodriguez, number 12, back in the front row for Tahin. And calmly and quietly hits her money shot, but this time it goes wide, and now we're back. It's tied up again. This could go down the wire. Could be 23 up before this is over. God tries to hit the split. The split gets filled, touch block, and speaking of filling the hole on that one, oh man, felt almost like 16 attempts, but that was like 3 hits. Tahin leads by 1. And timeout is called. Might be a little bit of a conversation about the what and taking care of little things and perhaps not beating yourselves. Set out of the middle, we're back. Cross court shot, Doug. Another back set, Dynasty, not yet. There's the play on 2, trying to go deep 5, going to God, cross court, that time to position 5. I'd like to see a little bit more of that. Out of the pipe, Luft balloon out of bounds, and now we have a tie game again. That's number 20, Janaya Lavo. Didn't get the topspin, didn't get the as some coaches call it, snap at the end of that. That gives her the drop she wants. 17 apiece. Okay pass. Down ball situation. Will they go back to the middle? Yes, they do. There's the cutback she wants, and that time it is in. Hateza And Michaela's counterpart, that's number 3. Undersized middle, but she's winning all of these jousts at the net and certainly knows how to handle a double team. And this time the ball's into the net, and again, untimely service errors continue to haunt Hawaii Volleyball Academy Hemolele. Walina, Kameu, Tui Talele Paiga. Got it. Sure. She gets the serve she wants, tell you that. And now the lead is 1. Gonna get to 20. Walina with a short serve and free ball situation and a good recovery. Wow. And Hateza patrolling the net. They go outside. No, they go to Hateza, and this time she finishes. Why not? Hateza Sapoga. Interesting. Timeout? I wonder who called that. Okay, that was Taheen. Down ref signals 1 timeout apiece, so mathematically Taheen calls timeout. I'm actually going to go on the phone cam, find out what that's all about. See if I can grab that before the timeout is over. A little too late. Here's my phone cam. Zoom in on other courts during timeouts. Roberta Downey, the head coach of Team Ta'aheen. For those of you that just joined us, we're in the first set. Tip down the middle, nice recovery by the libero. This time she goes cross court as hard as she can the other way, and running out of stadium room is Team Ta'aheen. And the 1-point lead goes back to Hemolele. I originally said that Harley Go didn't see a set she didn't like to hit. I think I can say the same thing and echo the sentiments of number 3, Hateza. Ball's hit cross court. This time they go outside to God, and God throws one down, and now we get a 2-point lead. And for the Hemolele fans back watching this, we definitely have, we say a lead with cause to pause. Shot to position 5 that gets dug, and free ball scenario. Go back to God. No, back to the middle. Hateza. There's the smash, 3-point lead, and now for the hard part. Service line. Timeout is called by Coach Roberta Downey, and I actually like that timeout. If you have one in the chamber, if you have one to use, then for sure use it. Now again, here's the hard part. They get momentum. They get a bunch of digs. They get a bunch of transition swings in the very next play. Some of the service choices are questionable. So with a 3-point lead, very interested to see how this happens. And right on cue. I mean, did I call it or what? And again, Hemolele has been absolutely balling out the entire match. And the only challenge, the only caveat is untimely misses at the service line. We got a ball on court. Little activity from the men, and what a throw. Oh my goodness. There's a touch on that, and scores now 21-22. 1-point lead by Hemolele. And like I said, and the word lead is said with a little bit of caution, especially in this game for both teams. Big 5-point swings back and forth. There's a tip, and wow, what a great block. Man, did she patrol the net or not? Just an absolute super athlete for a blocker many would consider undersized for the middle position. Ateza Sopaga go to serve. That ball served into the net. And again, the woes at the service line continue to haunt them in this tournament. Audrey Rodriguez to serve. She's the outside hitter. Hit some back row, and coming back into this game, her counterpart, Janaya Lavo. There's a back set to number 2, Ekalela. Nanulu, good swing. Set point opportunity for Hateza. That's a good one. There's a jump set and hit down on the tweener block, but very, very good dig by Hateza. Free ball situation, looking to get to 23. Ta'aheen converts on Janaya's outside swing. Looked like a half lob set, which is a ball in blocking zone 3. 2-ball height. This is set point opportunity number 2. They go to the middle. Michaela out of bounds. And of course, what would center court be without a little bit of drama? 24 apiece. There's the outside set and cross court. Pitch to the wing again. Pretty good dig. Libero now playing middle back. Free ball situation. Looking to get to 25. Janaya hits the ball into the antenna and top of the tape. Set point opportunity number 3 for Hemolele. Logan Guerra, one of their more reliable servers. I expect to see a little bit of trouble on a service event on this one. Position 5. No, handled nicely this time by the front row and cross-court dig. Would they go to Nanulu? Ball's dug, looking to tie the game. Janaya, dug again. Back set. Dynasty. I think that's in. Oh, wow. Oh, what do I know? 25 apiece then. Emily Acau to serve. And there's an ace. A little bit of shoelace maintenance, as I would call a very high IQ move. Got to wait for the whistle, and there's a replay, and all of the referees' whistles sound alike, and certainly can't blame her on that one. Score is now 26 apiece. In the game of inches, in the game of critical serves, Kahayu, Soares to serve. She loves that position one, especially when the other team is in row one, rotation one. Yep, there it is. Ball's dug, looking to get to 27. Oh, teardrop, dig. Janaya got it. Now, Taheen has their second match or set point opportunity. The ball served right away. That ball was in. Wasn't even sure if they knew the whistle was blown. That was very bizarre, but it is what it is. And in very odd fashion, that is how the first set concludes. Hemolele was in the driver's seat the entire set and might have been looking the wrong way figuratively and literally when the end of this match happened. The winners of the first set, Taheen, 28-26. And now here's the challenge. The challenge is how do they come back from this first set? Sometimes when you lose a first set like that, some teams are a little bit furious and a little upset, and then they come with a lot of energy and they win the second set by a lot. And then some teams who expect to win the first set, kind of the energy kind of leaves their sails, and then the wheels come off the second set. So very, very interested to see how Team Hemolele reacts to this first set loss, and we'll see. How do you guys feel about it? Leave a comment in the comment section. Don't forget to smash that like button. That helps with the algorithm as I continue to live stream all of the matches from center court here in the Hawaii Convention Center. I really love being here. I'm going to cry when I leave because the Aloha spirit is a real thing. And I've never felt more welcome. I accept. Oranges, let's go. Just trying to look at the body language, see the mood. Taheen seems a little bit relaxed. Body language, not necessarily giddy or down, just it's a normal day at the office. This one, they have X amount of time to reconfigure and hit the reset button. Great conversation for the coaches. Oh, hold on, wait, what's this? Oh, let's go, my new sponsor. Thank you for your support, New Zealand. Thank you so much. Yes, I'm always one of my favorite MMA fighters, Chael Sonnen, once said, as they're coming back on the court, they say losing is not an option. I think that's absolutely ridiculous. Losing is an option. losing is the most readily available option all the time. So if you're one of those players that are in that situation where it's tight, just remember two things. One, the other team's feeling it. And two, it's natural. Um, you play enough times where that feeling should not be in a natural feeling. Don't feel like you're alone in that sentiment. And once you do that, you could just take a deep breath, let it out, and just play volleyball, right? And we got really, really good coaches here, right? Some coaches will say, hey, next play, let's do it. Or some coaches might let negative talk creep up in your head, which doesn't exist out here. So very, very interested to see how this happens. But just want to let everybody know that championships are not won by blowouts. They're won by 2-point games. And that's the training. And that's the mental preparation. And that leads to the physical reactions. We're back in the second set. We're going to find out what's in this drink in a minute. Wow, that ball left in a hurry, just sailed up at the end. And Taheen strikes first blood in this second set. Okay pass set out of the middle, and Michaela 3-on-1 block. Set on the outside. That's 27, putting it away. Alexa Olalu Gaspar. Quick 2-0 for Taheen. Libero back in the game, number 34. It's Carly Rose Walker. Serve out of position 5. Okay pass, and there's a whiff. Man, if I'm the coach, I'm calling timeout right away. She needs to give them a pep talk about not being down on themselves. Hit the reset button. That's position 6, and this time I got protection. Logan Garrett to serve. Logan serve out of the middle. Got the out assistant pass she wants. There's your down ball. There's the payoff. We go back to Soares. Soares. Oh, man, that left balloon out of bounds. Sorry, that's Nanulu. Kakela. No, that's number 12. Excuse me, that is Soares. Kahayu Soares. Boy, very fast serving. That's something they got to be ready for. Score is now 4-2. For those of you that just joined the second set, thank you for having me in your living room, and we're here. Thank you for having me in your life. Changing my sound a little bit. There we go. Soares to serve. This time goes deep 5. Out assistant pass. Going to pipe. That ball sails up, and outside set go. Man, when you're hot, you're hot. Even if you miss, you can't miss. Paintbrush. Not necessarily a Picasso, but that painting will be for sale later. Free ball situation. Looking to get to 4. Got it. Tie game. Just like that. I say go to the middle all the time. When you think of the middle, you think of Michaela Chun. And you also think of Hatiza Zopuaga. And they are dynamic. They are hard-hitting. Oh, the set on 2. And sometimes going through the motions is not a bad thing. Sometimes going through the motions is a good thing. Just playing the right spot on your first, second, and third hit scenario. Ball hit cross court. Cross court for cross court, and Taheen comes up with a 2-for-1 on that. Score is now 6-4. Leading by 2 in the set, leading 1-0 in the match is Team Taheen. That's right. Short serve, handled okay. One-handed set. She's got to take that shot. She really loves high line. She's really riding that. Gets what she wants on that one, and surviving that play is Team Hemolele. Trying to adjust my sound, people. Wow, that's a high serve, and she gets the result she wants. Big smile on her face. Laina Wong. She goes back to the middle, and why not? Enjoyed some success there. The other team's job is to fix that, not hers. Outside set, Dynasty. That ball is in. Little assist from the home team and the home crowd on that one. And Deanna, one of the best in the business, Deanna Shiner on the top of the ladder. Always getting the right call. Here's a dig. Going to the middle. Wow. That's the shot you're looking for. Such a good middle swing by Hateza. That's the serve they're looking for. Back to position 6. This time working high left shoulder. Free ball opportunity. Going to the middle. Hateza gets the touch, gets the point. Now the lead is 4. And once again, can we get serve sustainability here? There's a timeout, and I think that's a really good timeout. Got a little camera shot on Taheen. Still a little lip read action for the coach. He's probably saying, listen. I'd love to have a friendly lip read and maybe mimic that. It's hard to tell if that's just a coach that likes to talk with her hands or. Back from the timeout, and that's the most important serve, the one after the timeout. And that one is competitive. And there's the block going back set 27. Another dig. Will they go to? No. They're going on 2 to position 5. Oh, sorry, position 1 for position 1. Back set Dynasty. Not yet. Backwards. Free ball situation. Hemolele on the attack. Going to the middle. And good things happen when you swing. The harder you swing, the better chance it goes out. And the lead is extended to 5. That ball's out of bounds, and they're on a streak. 5 unanswered points for Team Hemolele. All right, thought I had 12. Let's go back. And there's an ace. It's 12 now if it wasn't before. And on a roll right now is Liana Wong. Liana Wong back to position 6, I'll bet. Yep, 6 left shoulder. This time they make the adjustment, they move in. Free ball action, and wow, very good pass considering Wasn't even hers, and she gets the touch she wants, and the hits just keep on coming. 7 unanswered points for Hawaii Volleyball Academy, Hemolele. Wow, ball dug cross court. This time she goes deep one, and there's a pursuit, and she gets the free ball back. And I'd like to see her set guard on this one. And she goes on 2 on again. Wow. Logan Garrett insisted on getting her own kill. Wow, there's a pretty good swing. (15-6). The wheels have fallen off for Team Ta'ahin. Wow, deceptive set, but recovered well. And Hateza pitches that down ball, outside set. Man, Janaya, when you need her, she always gets that split. That's actually, no, scratch that. That's Rodriguez. Similar approach and jump. Even similar in height. Nevaeh Brown to serve. Brown goes 6. And stunt double dive by Logan Guerra. And next play, and sometimes, again, slowing down the game it's not always a bad thing, especially if you're down 1-0. Doubling their score on the 16-8. We got 2 subs coming in. What's number 13? Jada Nakatsu. She's here to serve, and again, she's got a good one. And again, when she's on a good streak, seems like a world beater. Wow, again, very good movement on that down ball situation. Everybody cheating way up on defense. A Kakela with that swing. There's a dig and go. Knows she has to go cross court, only one place to go. Outside set, Janaya. No, Rodriguez. So, excuse me, that's Audrey Rodriguez, number 12. Coming back in, there she is, the counterpart. There's Janaya. Wow, what a swing, free ball situation, and the advantage she get her hand caught in a wrapper on that one. So I got to fix the score for you guys. That's now 10-16. Shallow on serve receive. That ball into the tape, and again, number 2, Nanulu, didn't really seem ready on that. Maybe she has a 3-step approach anyway, but it was a very fast, reactive 3-step approach as opposed to anticipation 3-step. The difference being reacting is you're waiting for the set to see where it goes, and anticipating is you kind of know and telegraph where it's going to go, and the latter being more productive. Rodriguez the serve. There's a teardrop, gets dug. Well, there's over the top, and again, the cheat up defense might be ideal for some situations, but you're leaving a whole lot of real estate open behind you. And if the middle back is cheating up with you, that's even more problematic. Nice drifter too, and she gets the touch she wants. There's definitely a touch on that, and the line judge saw it our way, and the lead is back to 4. Harley to serve. Harley guard, number 8. Been a busy weekend for her. A lot of activity on the outside hitting position. Serve out of the middle, and that ball luft balloons out of bounds, and serving woes continue to haunt them, momentum-wise. Guard is out, number 88, Irie, and Amanotai is in. Pretty good back set. A nice recovery and a free ball, down ball, should I say, on the attack. Looking to get to 18. Atasia is blocked, and honestly, if I'm the setter, I go right back to her. Just a lot of activity. She's got really good snap on that wrist on the cut back and the wrist away. Get a good insistent pass. Go right back to her. No, this time they go back. Akakela gets dug. Going out of the middle. Rodriguez is dug. Down ball situation on the attack, looking for 16. Rodriguez rejected. Mateza has been a force at the net, both on defense and offense. A very good free ball front row passer as well. Good front row activity. She's not the kind of player that ducks and expects the libero to get it. Wow, nice hold on the platform. We want to see more of that. I don't know if that was a lob, an intentional play, or if that was just a 4-ball gone wrong, but the net result is the same, par for the course. The lead is 4. Good serve out of 1, position 1, tempo 1, and mistimed in so many ways is 24. Walina, big smile on her face. She knows she's got that next time, and moving on is Hemolele, 2015. Wow, great bring back, and don't know if the referee blew the whistle to stop playing or if there was just a catch. Really don't want players trying to take out chairs. The chair always wins. Unless you have a lot of muscle like Ateza. Maybe the chair loses that one. Outside set Soares. Doug. Going outside the Janaya, excuse me. Oppo set. Kakela. That ball goes out of bounds, and now the score is 17-20. Big cross-court shot, but an even better big dig by Janaya. Janaya gets the teardrop she wants, and here we are. Let's try wearing the cameras. Get a little bit of volleyball noise here. There we go. 19-20, leading as much as 5, 20-15 are now back in a 1-point situation. Hemolele Akao to serve. That ball, luff balloons, going for the equipment. Missed again. Logan Guerra to serve. The lead is 2. Leading by 2 in the set. Still trailing 0-1 in the match. Hemolele. That ball goes position 1. Back set, outside set. Wow, a little bit of a, is that a pancake or a Belgian waffle? The lead is now 2, 22-19. Timeout is called, and that's a good one. Again, thank you for participating in this podcast broadcast. Don't forget to smash that like button. And for sure, leave a comment in the comment section. This is not just a broadcast, this is an interactive thing with the purpose of growing the game. That's what I say. That's my motto, grow the game. Some people say it, some people show it. Wow, pretty good heads up play by the setter. Dynasty cross court, and there's a little wrist away, and wow, hot potato set by Hemolele, and she's smiling, but don't have to worry about it. Perfectly legal. It looked funny, but looking funny is not against the rules. Imagine something in the rule book saying it looked funny. Lead is 4, 2 away from making this a game 3. And that ball is in. That's an ace. And again, there's something to be said about constant pressure. Finding an area you want to serve and keep going there. Sometimes they might get a good pass the first two, 1 or 2 serves, but this isn't about fast results as much as it is about constant pressure. Oh man, and a little bit of a campfire defense on that on the 1 over. And she's a little upset at herself, but right now she does not have time to be upset at herself. This is set point opportunity number 1. You get a good set, deliver preferably out of the middle, and that's it. No, going outside. Dynasty gets a swing, and that might have been a little sticky, but that's okay. And Michaela Chun for the win as they call team captains for the 3rd set. Team Hemolele came back, and that's what I was talking about. Are they going to bounce back from that disappointing first set loss? Are they going to be down on themselves? Are they going to walk with their tail tucked between their legs? Or are they just going to keep the mood light and keep it going and move on and for sure use their skill set? As far as being evenly matched, I would say this is pretty close between Tahin and Hemolele. They're both scrappy. They both got 1 or 2 hitters that are productive in the power perspective. Hemolele a little bit more, especially when they work out of the middle. 2 heavy-handed hitter in Hatese and dynamic wrist control with Chun. Coming on that 3rd set. I love 3rd sets, but you know who doesn't? Parents, head coaches. It's very, very nerve-wracking.
Third set. First point wins.
These guys go all day long. No, it's all good, man. The Hawaiians, man, they can play a
Sorry,
long game.
Jo, what'd you need? Oh, you need him. Sorry, go ahead, Leon.
Good, man. No, I mean, these games go forever, man.
Come sit with me.
Is
You
that
don't
cool?
you have to be
Come
on
sit
a
with me.
headset. Yeah.
Oh, Jason just sent me up here.
Yes. Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Oh, Leon. Leon, let's wait one match. I want to introduce you to someone.
You gotta check your contract.
Absolutely. I want to introduce you to program director, Mr. Charles Leon Blazer.
You are. Okay.
Yes.
Hey, nice to meet you.
Are you gonna headset up? Come on. You gonna join me? Hey, for sure. Wait one match. I got a lineup of great commentators now. That's you, buddy. We're gonna check your sound. We're gonna reset the scores, and here we are in this decisive third set.
Sweet.
Welcome. Let's get a camera shot. Look who's in the house. Tell them who you are. They know who you are.
Yeah, so Josh Lloyd, originally from Kailua, Oahu. Grew up with all the coaches now that are coaching, the referees, everybody here. So I moved to St. George, Utah
Okay.
about 15 years ago and started club, and we run a bunch of tournaments out there in St. George. And so Jason and I just reconnected about a year and a half ago and kind of been behind the scenes helping him put this whole thing together.
Yeah.
So
And you know what I love, and I thought it was a great idea. And I think between now and nationals, a lot of people like to have these invitationals and festivals. And Arizona was just Jason and I were there a couple of years ago. It was just ridiculously hot. They had this ridiculous ball that was like a balloon. And I don't mean to dump on them too much, but I will just say it wasn't the best situation for us in the world. And Jason was thinking, why not just make a trip to Hawaii?
right.
You know, and have a good time, be a little aloha spirit, and of course the competitive nature that
Yes.
comes with this.
Yeah.
As we enter the third set, this is Team Hemolele and Team Ta'ahin, and there is an ace. I'm sure you have a familiarity with both teams. Hemolele, this is a scrap fest match, not necessarily high-powered offenses.
Yes. And Hoku, I've known Hoku forever. She's done a great job. Ta'ahine, they have a club in Vegas, so they come up to a bunch of our tournaments up in St. George. So Ta'ahine's Vegas division comes up.
Definitely. At the service line, it's number 50. This is Logan Guerra. And they're running a 6-2, so she's going to play a little hard position one. Predominantly, they're playing base defense. Sometimes with a shift, when the set is away from the net, you'll see the block give up line.
Yeah.
Decent holds on that. I thought that was going to save her, but
Yeah. Nice serve.
and they, you know what? Momentum-wise, the points have come in droves. 5 for Hemolele, 5 for Ta'ahin. Both very tight sets. And now here we are in this decisive third set. And wow, there's a J-hook on that pass. So, hey, Coach, maybe an adjustment on that pass for the libero. Suggestions?
I would actually read the toss and then make your adjustment off the toss.
Right.
I think she kind of waited a little too long to make her move
Yeah,
on that serve.
I agree. When you right after the ball crosses the net,
It's
you
too
certainly
late.
have less reaction
late.
time
Too
and not
late.
more.
Yeah.
And there's another fix. They just took her out as the ball's blocks covered. Going on 2 on the attack, looking for 5. Soares got it. Sorry if I yelled. We could definitely hear you, but this is who cares? No, this is a broadcast and a podcast, and not everybody has that gift.
Right.
You know, you got that gift. Wow, getting 5-0 right now with Ta'ahin, and just like that.
That's right. Good serve. Good idea, but that was a good idea.
I would also suggest if you scored 5 in a row, I think the responsibility's on the other team to figure it out
Make an adjustment.
and not let them
Yeah.
off the hook. Once again, thanks for joining me.
No,
I've
thank
had
you.
a slew of great human beings like yourself
Thank you.
join me. For everyone that knows me, I roll solo a lot, but I'm a guy who always likes company. And now the score is 6-1.
Not gonna lie, it's my first time on the live broadcast. So.
That's why you got me. I'm here. The cool thing is I get to punt the analytical
Right.
to people who've been in the game for a minute. You
Right.
know? Wow, there's a teardrop, Doug. Deep 5. Who's gonna blink? Oh, wow. Score is now 7-1. Not getting paid by the hour. Hawaii Volleyball Academy, Hemolele. Soares to serve. So these are the names just in case. That's Tahini. It's them. There's a free ball situation where they go out to God. No, they go to the middle. Michaela! Wow. Nice high swing, huh, Coach?
Yep. Stop the breathing, man. 8-1.
I mean, as far as power offenses, they're more scrappy than power. But with that being said, both middles, undersized, but very good swing. Michaela with a high swing, her counterpart on the bench right now. That's Hateza, heavy-handed swing. Identifiable with Hawaiians
right. Typical,
and Samoans.
Typical Hawaiian volleyball. Undersized, play like you're 6'10".
You know, when you're coaching this game, Coach, right? You go to Hawaii and you go to Samoa, you're like, wait, that can be taught?
Right.
Or is that just something you have or you don't?
Exactly.
Serve, receive, okay pass. Outside set, Doug. Oh, looking for 10, gold.
Nice.
Yeah. Good things happen when you swing, right?
Swing hard. A quick story. I remember when I first moved to Utah, I had a really big team, height-wise, and we ended up playing Mililani, all about 5'4". Tallest girl was probably 5'7", and my team got so frustrated because they couldn't put the ball away. All they did was just ball control. They kept digging our girls, and our girls just got tired because couldn't put the ball away. So typical Hawaiian volleyball, man. Ball control.
In New York, we call them punching themselves out.
Yeah.
I will tell you this. I think it comes with just playing recreational together, right? Just having fun, enjoying it. But it also comes from really, really good coaching, right?
Yes.
When you're in practice and when you're hitting these kids hard enough, where some parents might think it's cold or cruel, maybe not so much because you're training their matrix, right? So if they're used to the ball moving fast, when a real game comes, it feels like it's 3/4 speed and you're moving at normal speed.
Exactly.
Right?
And that's the hard part. Like I've learned over the years, like as a coach, like how do you get to the point? Like when I play, like the game slows down. Like how do you transfer that to the girls so where the game slows down and you can play 2 plays ahead?
Yep.
You know what I mean? So like, depends on where the ball is served. First touch, you can tell. You know what I mean? Like obviously it's out of system. You start making your adjustments. Start playing 2 plays ahead. What's going to happen in this situation?
Nice. You know, I'd like to talk about something else after this play as we get this serve in. That ball goes from position 5 to 4, and there's a free ball on the attack looking for 12. Oh, out of rotation. Wow, great call by the top ref, Tiana Shaner, who's been watching rotational patterns. Tiana, one of the best refs in the business. Beach, indoor, she's always there. Yes. And now the lead is 12-1. I wanted to talk about timeouts. In this tournament, there don't seem to be a whole lot of them. As there's a free ball looking for 12. I think they're going to go to God cross court. Nice. Wow, there's a dig. Hold that thought. And there it is. Yeah, I talked to Jo, and Jo is more about, I think the coaches are more about allowing the players to work through these patches and this and that, where coaches like me, we have this automatic thing. If you give up 3 in a row, just call timeout, right? And Jason provided a perspective that I certainly respect. You know, that I as a coach, I wouldn't dare, but I like it. You know, you got to let them work it out.
Work through it. I'm kind of at that point too. It's like you got to let them figure it out. You know, work through the situation. And obviously, you know, if you're getting blown out, I mean, it's you got to call a timeout. But
right.
I think letting them understand and work through the tough times.
Yep.
And you know, you only have 8 seconds to shake off the next play, and the whistle's going, right? So you got to learn to shake off that play and move on to the next.
100%. I coached pretty much every level, but when I coached high school, I needed a timeout coach. I needed an assistant coach just to say, hey, because as coaches, like the former player in us always says, no, next play. Next play. Next thing you know, yeah. I'll tell you a story after this match. Really good team in New York. Wow, Dynasty gets the whiff. But sometimes missing's not always a bad thing. Did they go middle? Michaela, OT. bringing it back. Hey, they'll get another shot at it. Free ball. Will they go back to Michaela? Yes, they do. Michaela, cut back. Kill it. Wow. Yeah. I mean, right now we're at 14-4, so I'll talk about it after the match. But as a bottom line, I've never regretted calling a timeout, but I've always regretted not calling it.
That's true. Should have took that time out here,
Oh, wow, a hand dig and a little ping pong action and match point opportunity number 2, Coach. Yeah, when you're down 10-1 and you should have called timeout 10-1, you're probably not talking about volleyball. You might be talking about Game of Thrones or Avengers Endgame.
Right.
Match point opportunity number 2, and Dynasty with the swing. Transition, and Rodriguez hits the ball into the antenna, and that's how this match is going to end. Winners 2-1, Hemolele. Congratulations. Good job. Guys, we got another one coming up in a few minutes, but I want to stay with them for a bit. I'm up 17-23. And then, there's a rotation problem, so the scores table works through that. You've been through those, where it's like this 10-minute wait because they're going to go through everything. All of our momentum's gone. And I had both timeouts, and they came back from 17-23 and won 26-24. And my wife was at that game, and she's like, you know what I was going to say? And I'm like, yeah. And that was our only loss. We finished 38-1 that season. Yeah, pretty good season. Madison Square Garden gave me Coach of the Year. That was like 2014. It was Hunter High School, but I guess that's, as a coach, that's like a let that lesson be learned thing, right?
Yeah. Shoulda, coulda, but you never know sometimes. I think you had that 10-minute break, figuring it out, and
no doubt
momentum shift,
All right, guys, we'll be back in 10-15 minutes. We got Hawaii next level. Looks like they're 16s. Yep, that is. And for now, Jason DeVillas, my partner.
Josh,
See you in a bit.
Okay.
Stay with us.
Thank you.